Alright, welcome back everybody to Emblem 7. We're gonna do Hector's mode now. I've already skipped through Lynn's chapter and leveled up some guys so that they'll be well prepared, we'll say. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. When we get to Hector's campaign. So, we'll ignore the fact of how long it took me to do that because I don't want to talk about it, and we are going to be just jumping right into Hector's campaign. Hopefully. One year later, not 1 year after I beat the game, but 1 year after Lynn's Tale, a month has passed since word came of Marquis Ferre's disappearance. This is the same as Elwood's story so far. Rumors and speculations run rampant throughout Lycia. The head of the House of Ostia, Lord Uther, takes no apparent interest. The Marquis' younger brother is considered odd by the populace, and he and Marquis Ferre's son, Elwood, are fast friends. Hot-blooded youth, he cannot ignore his friend's plight. Marquis Ostia's younger brother, Hector, he would one day be a courageous general, a steel warrior to be feared. The path he chooses will test him to the limits of his strength. So, I know they always like to put swordsman as your main character in most of these games up to roughly this one. I feel that if you were to break tradition, this would definitely be the game, because it is a prequel to 6. Brother, where is he? Where is he? He's here, isn't he? Lord Hector, calm yourself. No words, Oswin. Just move.
That's enough, Hector. What do you mean you won't eat?
You know full well the disappearance of Marquis Ferre.
We've done this double time and time again. Matters none of us here to fear.
I'm not doing this voice. It's too stupid. We have no reason to involve ourselves. It would be folly to do so. Elwood's father is missing, for goodness sakes. We know that Marquis Laus is connected in some way. I say we use our Ostia's might to end this mystery and find the truth. Calm yourself, you fool. An invasion would be madness. Lycia can ill afford the chaos such an action would bring. Surely even you must understand that. Bah. I understand all too well, brother. Stay there on your throne, sit until it rots beneath you. I will do this alone. Lord Hector, you should watch your tone. Peace, Oswin. Let him go. There is no reasoning with him when he gets like this. The House Ostia is kind of like the leader of the Lycian League. Kinda. I understand that each member of the Lycian League kind of has its own thing or specialty that brings to the table. Ostia, if I remember correctly, specializes in generals and mages, whereas Lycia specializes more in horse riders and I think archers, but I could be wrong about that. Matthew! Blasted, where could he be? I am right here, your lordship, your shadow, if you will. You're not a wraith. Stop skulking in the shadows like one. A wraith? And here I thought I was a spy. Be it as it may. My lord, as me lord orders, here are your travel rations and your beloved axe. I have purchased the silence of some royal guardsmen. You're free to slip out of the rear entrance and vanish. Well done, Matthew. Try not to let my brother discover my absence too quickly. What? I thought I was going with you. You're a bigger fool than I had imagined. Do you think I would trust my brother's spy? Who knows when you would turn me in for some favor? Where I go alone. Shh. You keep shouting and you'll go nowhere. Every guard in this palace must have heard that. Enough. Do not try to follow me. I don't imagine you would find me so untrustworthy. Professional hazard, it seems. Watch yourself, young master. as he evaporates. Huh? He gave up too easily. I don't trust him. The time has come. Got to get out of here and rendezvous with Elwood. These bags, what did Matthew put in these? This is ridiculous even if I was packing for 2. Huh? Come out. I know you're here. There. Who are you? Too dumb to speak. Makes no difference to me. Move out of my way or I'll run you through. Oh, he just fucking destroyed him. Ha! Whoa! My lord, stay your arm. It is me. Who? Matthew? God. Are you a berserker or something? Can't see your own friend you just saw 2 seconds ago? We're sure you were one of them. Well, I'm not. I'm one of me. And I would prefer to remain in one piece. Your fault for jumping out of nowhere. Now tell me, what are you doing here? Huh? I sensed that something was wrong and came to your aid. My aid? I'll accept that answer for the time being. So what should we do? About what? About the fellows between us and the way out? I'd say there's 7 or 8 of them. To make matters worse, they seem to be highly competent. You know, you're quite confident in your martial abilities, but you're not the strongest sword arm around and well, you've got something to say, Matthew, then say it. We could abandon the rear entrance. I'm sure the Royal Guardsmen would be happy to aid us, and never! That's what I thought you would say. All that's left is to avoid getting killed, right? You can go back if you want. In your own words, my lord, never. I'm with you wherever that may lead. Right, and let's give them a good thrashing and get out of here. Take a quick peek here. Okay, no thieves that I can see, so we'll take our time a little bit here. Hector's got a wolf bale, which I'm going to try not to use because it's his special weapon that's good against armor. And I have a hand axe, so... And we gotta either knock the door down, open up the door with Matthew. We'll try this first since I'm going to use Hector's hand axe to knock open this wall. And then after that we can start taking these guys down, and then Matthew can unlock the bottom door here. So first things first, Matthew's at level 5. I did level him up while we were in Linsdale. Obviously he's only at 5, so I didn't like highly stress using him. But I did make sure that he got some experience. I could probably finish you off, I bet. Nope, cannot. That's okay. I'm trying to get Hector as much experience in this level as possible. And, yeah. Trying to use the least number of turns as well. So, prioritizing... Okay. I'm gonna say I'm prioritizing just using Hector, but in this case we're gonna use Matthew to help set Hector up. And then we'll try to get to the exit as efficiently as possible. Obviously I'm going to be taking these treasure chests, and I'm going to be fighting the guys along the way. Red gem, yay! Now we probably need to yep, we need to come through here and unlock the door with Matthew, and then I'm going to put Hector out front and probably use Wolf Bale here. 4 times 4 would be 16. Versus 18 times 2. So yes, our main goal is to level up Hector as much as we can. That's a decent level up for Hector. A nice vulnerary on top of that. And yeah, these guys are going to start moving in. I'm not sure why the archer does that. It would make more sense for the... it would make more sense for the archer not to put himself directly in front of Hector, but I guess if you want to use him as a blocking tool, I guess that makes sense, but not what archers are designed for. Archers are generally pretty squishy. Yep. Get rid of you guys. Oh, that didn't work. Probably should have attacked you first. That's okay, you're dead now anyways. Yay, everyone's cleaned up from this side. Now we just have to go unlock the other side. I'm gonna use a vulnerary. Not this turn, clearly, because I'm pressing buttons too quickly. But next turn we'll use a vulnerary. And then I'll give one to Matthew as well, so that he can take care of himself, I guess. Yep, just like that. We're all good. Use Matthew to unlock the door up there where the archer is, just so I can get the experience from the archer. But I have to remember, of course, that if I do that, I am going to have to eventually steal a lockpick from another thief coming, down the road. Obviously it matters not all that much right now, but maybe later in the game I might be running low on lockpicks, so... But who knows? Maybe the way the game's designed, they've already got the number of lockpicks counted out for you. Like you have X number of doors and X number of treasure chests. You should be good until you get to the next area that has lockpick. Ouch. Just jammed my elbow off the wall, or off the table. Oh, it's an excellent level up. I got resistance there. Resistance is not something that Hector usually gets. You're not Marquis Lost Assassin, are you? You're too good, too professional. Nothing like those idiots over there. You have no need to know, my little Lord Hector. A fool like you sneaking out of the country alone will go missing, never to return. Your body will never be found. Tidy story, eh? A tidy story, eh? Looks like your luck has run out. Our luck? What are you? You see, I'm about as angry as I've ever been. I doubt even a dozen of you could slow me down. Prepare to die. The actor is built like a general, but has a axe instead. Forgive me, Lord Norgal. I am a generic NPC boss character. Yay, Lord Hector. Ooh, another constitution. Doing good, Hector. Phew, that was close. Glad we're both alright. Come on, my lord, we must fly. Castle guards must have heard all of that, all the noise. Matthew, you rogue. You knew this was all going to happen, didn't you? What else could I do? Those assassins wouldn't show themselves until you were alone. I suppose. Mark my words, Matthew, you're coming with me. But from this point forward, you are no longer my brother's spy. You are my man now, to the bitter end. Yes, my lord. Shall I swear a knightly vow? To what purpose? Your own words will hold you well enough. True enough. Let us go, then, to Elwood. My lord, Lord Hector, he's gone, isn't he? Yes, my lord. We are gathering men now to give chase. Tend me. We will let him go. My lord? A headstrong fool. Oh, cough, cough. Lord Uther, are you well? I am fine. It has passed. There is no need for concern. You must not rely so much on physical strength alone. It has been most trying these past few weeks. The affairs of court have not let you sleep. You might endanger your health if you keep on. Yes, Osmond, I understand. I will speak with a physician on the morrow. Will that allay your fears? Yes, my lord, I shall make the arrangements. Oswald, about Hector. I can entrust him to you, yes? Of course, my lord. I will guard him with my very life's blood. Oh. Birds of a feather, they do flock together. Oswin leaves Ostia. He moves towards Sanaruz to meet up with Elwood as quickly as possible. He encounters a mysterious group whose dark garb hides even darker secrets. Perhaps these same powers have turned their blades on Elwood. Hector hurries south, praying for his friend's safety. I haven't really figured out what I'm going to do here too much, but I have a pretty good idea of which characters I do want to use this time around. It's going to be pretty standard, I think. Lord Hector! I have it. I know where Elwood is. He's entered Centaureuse, not far from here. That's so. We've read his movements fairly well then. Let's move due south across the border. We'll meet up with him in Centaureuse. Oh, there you are, Lord Hector! Oh, shit. Sarah? What? What are you doing here? You're going to meet Lord Elwood, right? Well, I want to go too. Go home, this is no game. But Oswin told me that I was alright to come. Oswin? Yes, my lord, on McQuay's orders. Sarah and I will be accompanying you. Ah, this is ridiculous. I always have to have the last word, eh, brother? No matter what you think, he's just worried about you, Lord Hector. You're the only family he has. I know. Lord Hector, up ahead, there appears to be fighting. Where? Is it Elwood? Come, let us get closer. Hurry, Oswald Matthew. Yes, my lord. Hey, what's going on over there? Looks like some rough business. Soldiers, are you just going to stand there and watch? But who do you think you are? This is Centaureuse. The curse here is no affair of any foreign lording. I believe I'm going to have to disagree with you. See, the man they're attacking happens to be a friend of mine. A friend? What? As I stuff my axe deep into his belly. Sorry, but I'm in a hurry. Ew, that's terrible. I love violence. Nicely done, my lord. You're a fighter born. I cannot condone resorting to force so quickly. Chastise me later, Oswin. First we deal with these brigands. Come, we must help Elwood. Help Elwood? Sounds like a convenient excuse for more violence. Oswin! Yes, I'm coming. Matthew, bring Sarah and follow along. What? With Sarah? No, I want to go with you now. Absolutely not. You'll just slow us down. Oh, how rude. Oswin, let's go. So, in Elwood's mode, these two leave. In Hector's mode, they stay. And I think I have everybody else here. I've got Lowen, got Marquise. Let's see here, I need a axe though. You got Iron Sword. You need an Iron Sword. Okay. Here's Dorcas again. We're gonna move up. Plan to use Bartray. Plan to use Rebecca, Elwood. Rebecca, Elwood, Hector, obviously main character. Oswin's gonna depend on how things go. He tends to be a little bit of my safety blankie in Hector's mode. So if he ends up getting a lot of levels, I'll just roll with him. Pretty sure you can't get all the way over there. No, you cannot. Good. And then from there will be some of Lynn's characters that we'll be seeing later on. And then probably Sarah is my healer. As for you, Oswin, I believe you're at... Yep, you're at 9. Hector's at 5. Sarah's at 5. Thief's at 5. Guess we shouldn't force this too much. Boss is up here. He's a butthole. Lots of flying units to deal with. Nothing my axemen can't take care of, though. I do appreciate that they decide to, at least in Hector's mode, they decide to include flyers. Flyers are so dangerous in Fire Emblem games because they're not affected by any of the terrain stuff. So you see a Pegasus Knight, you see mountains, doesn't matter. Fly right over them. Fly right over mountains and trees and everything else. So you have to always when you see a flyer like a Pegasus Knight or a later on Wyvern Rider, Wyvern Lord, you have to really pay attention to where their range is, and plan out 2 moves ahead, because if the Pegasus Knights are programmed to start moving in on your characters, which I don't think these are. I think these are just programmed that once you're in their range, they move in. Okay. Yeah, that one makes sense. They can be very, very dangerous because a flock of flying characters that move in on your team can easily target down a single character and basically delete them. Particularly if you get yourself in that situation where your characters are strong enough to kill what's incoming, but don't have a ton of defense to take the damage as well and survive. Not really planning on using Matthew, but I'll use him to clean up if need be. Sarah, I gotta keep her back so she doesn't die. You look like you have some experience with battle and need to conceal it. I've fought in many battles in my time, I assure you. Tell you one thing about combat, though. That's one thing is technique. If you have no skill, you'll rarely strike your enemy. My instructor gave me this secret book long ago. It will improve the fighting prowess of anyone who reads it. You're able to make use of it, so why don't you take it? One secret book. That'll allow me to increase skill of one of my compatriots by 2. That's likely going to either go to Bartray, or it's going to go to Hector, depending on how they turn out in their first 5-10 levels. May use it sooner rather than later. I'll have to sort of see what I'm running into with Bartray. His kind of his weak point is his, I believe, is his skill. He doesn't get a ton of it through normal, regular level ups, you know, based on average level up. However, if you can give Bartray a little bit of help in that accuracy department, he becomes very devastating. I think Dorcas is the opposite. I think he gets a lot of, if I remember correctly, he gets a lot of skill, but he doesn't get a lot of attack. He doesn't get a lot of strength or attack. It kind of makes it like irritating to me because, like, as I complained about this in my Elowood playthrough, but in the Fire Emblem 6, which is the sequel to this game, even though you really should consider this the prequel to that game, everybody has Constitution. And I guess that made the game too easy in some cases. I'm not 100% sure on the justification for this, but everybody's Constitution was turned way down. So a lot of the bigger weapons are more difficult for people to wield. Even for Hector and what's his name? Lowen. I mean, I think they have the highest constitutions in this game. But I should stop talking if I don't know these facts. I keep spouting out all these like little tidbits and facts like I know what I'm talking about. But in reality, it's like I'm just sort of guessing based on my memory. Probably take a look at that before I make these claims. But anyways, they did turn the Constitution down in this game. So, example I would give is in the first level of Fire Emblem 6, you run into a mercenary, 2 fighters, and I believe a bow user. And the mercenary has really, really high constitution. He's got like something like 18 or 20 constitution, out of 20. Now, you know, you look at Hector, he doesn't have anywhere near 20 Constitution. Lowen, I think he's got... I want to say he's got about 15. I'd have to take a look. But... yeah, I don't know. I understand it makes the game more difficult. It's, you know, makes so that you're not swinging these humongous, you know, guts blades around like they're nothing, you know, double hitting and such. But at the same time, like, how does nobody in the game have 20 Constitution? You know, none of the generals have it. None of the you know, not that the horse riders need to have high Constitution, but like, you would imagine like at least some of the characters would have a decent level of Constitution. You know, that would make them, give them the ability to wield the heavier items without, say, taking too much of a penalty. Obviously, the Pegasus Knights aren't going to be strong. I mean, they're designed to be sort of, you know, light and I don't want to use the word delicate, but sort of more frail, just because that's the nature of they're designed to be fast moving, low hitting, high evasive characters, whereas the Wyvern Riders are supposed to be the opposite, where they're high defense, high attack, but they don't have as much skill or speed. So, hello, Elwood. We're gonna kill that guy. We're gonna get a level up. And okay, Elwood's got 7 Constitution, which I believe is that less than no, that's about the same that I think Roy had. I think Roy had around 7 or 8 Constitution in 6. But Bartray would be, I guess Bartray would be a kind of okay example. Obviously Lowen and Hector would be better examples of characters that probably should have much higher Constitution. Though I think they're probably better balanced in terms of you don't give them 20 Constitution, but at the same time, they're not lacking, they're not like a 10 or anything. Batre, let's go, Batre. I do like how in Hector's mode, and I'm gonna guess maybe even some of the hard modes, if a character's not sitting on a throne, boss, I mean, is not sitting on a throne, it will not stay stationary. Which makes this guy kind of dangerous. I wouldn't say super dangerous, but it's gonna make some later bosses that don't sit on thrones possibly very dangerous, because they're not just gonna sit there and wait for you to approach their location. If you, A, get in their range, they're gonna come after you. And B, even if you don't get into their range, they may be coming after you. They may not be a stationary character. They may be designed to go after, say, your lord or the closest enemy, you know? And that makes some of the later bosses we're gonna fight kind of dangerous. Very dangerous. Elwood, are you alright? Hector, what are you? Later. First, we need to take care of the lots. Right. That is the correct amount of dialogue for middle of battle. Both in terms of like, hey, we don't have a lot of time to talk because we're in the middle of a fucking battle. And, hey, I'm playing a video game. I don't really want to spend, 15 minutes middle of the level on an unskippable cutscene or dialogue scene. I'm trying to make sure I don't game over here. Curses, what are you waiting for? Let me show you, but boys, how it's done. There ain't no boys left, they're all dead. Okay, so Hector's got 13 constitution. Which is about where I expected him to be, because I expect Oswin, I keep calling Oswin Lowen. I expect Oswin to be closer to, say, 15. Because obviously once they level up, they're going to get a small constitution bonus. So, you know, if they're at 15, then they get 1 constitution bonus. That makes them at 16. Or however you want to look at it. Too close. This was not so easy as it seemed. I'm dead. So we're getting more experience out of that one with Elwood at the level he's at. Phew, is that all of them? Hector, where did you come from? Me? Well met, Elwood. Yes, but what are you doing here? You wounded me. What do you mean? You're looking for your father, right? Why didn't you send word? Your brother was just named Marquis Ostia. He's going to be very busy setting up his court council. Lord Uther must need your support. You are his brother after all. My brother's not so weak. Kinda. He has mentioned some things in public, but he knew exactly what I was planning, and he let me go. Is that so? Well, then I should be unwise to refuse his kindness. Does me good to see you, Hector. Thank you. Think nothing of it. You know Oswin, don't you? Well met, Elwood. Good to see you again, Oswin. So you came as well? Yes, Lord Uther was worried about Lord Hector traveling alone. In order to keep a close eye on him. Ha ha ha, of course. Good to have you with us.
Lord Hector, why didn't you tell me the fighting was done?
I apologize for the interruption. I couldn't restrain her any longer, even though she was on the battlefield. Are those your companions, Hector? Oh yes, I suppose they are. One might have hoped for better, but even though like 2 seconds ago you didn't want anybody not named Matthew joining you. That was uncalled for. I can't believe you said that. Matthew, did you hear what he said about you? Me, he was talking about you. Hector, why did you introduce us? The noisy one is Sarah. Believe it or not, she is a cleric.
Yes, I am Sarah, my lord. Pleased to meet you.
This is Matthew. He does a lot of sneaking around. My lord! Sneaking around. Well, I gather information, open doors, chests, and such. Got nimble fingers, if you know what I mean. Sounds like a thief's work. Well, don't let it worry you. But this journey, I expect, will be harder than you imagine. You may have to accept things like this if you want to survive. What is it, Hector? Do you know something? Nothing specific. Rumors abound, though. League of Assassins from Bern have been sent moving around in Lycia. Experienced bounty hunters and mercenaries are vanishing. It reminds me, the men who attacked us said something odd. What was it? Lord Elwood, if I may. Marcus, good to see you. Lord Hector, it's been far too long. Your assistance is greatly appreciated. Come now, Marcus. No need for such formalities. Tell me, what have you heard? Of course. The apparent leader of that gang of thugs indicated there was someone who was watching Elwood. Someone needs him dead. That is troubling. Actually, a captain of the guard was watching the fight when we arrived. He was a knight of Santa Ruse. Yet he stood there and let a lord be attacked. Do you think he was planning on seeing you die? So, Chris, what do you think? Yes, you might be right. Something may have happened to Lord Helman, too. Come, we must hurry to the castle. Hello, who is this? Oh, this is Chris. I require a tactician's aid in search for my father, and... Oh, I see, so this is who directed the battle plan back then, eh? No, Chris, you're very young. You've made many strategies in Ostia, but none so young. Elwood, are you sure about this one? Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Hello, have you been? Oh, fuck you. Don't care. Don't care. Okay, great. Common thief, ruse, house Ostia, spy. Yes, who cares? Yee. Oh, hello, Chris. Been far too long. You missed me? Of course you did. I know you do, because everyone loves me. Jeez. Shut the hell up. Hector rescues Elwood. And the two friends are reunited. Harold and Marcus reveals news. Someone has called on for Elwood's death. Various problems have been connected to the attempt on Elwood's life. Searching for more clues, Hector and friends depart for the castle of Marquis Saint Rouge.